Welcome back, students. So here this is your Arka sir. So I have come in my channel Physics Scholar with a fresh and new episode of biology. If you have watched my previous episodes, I have described about the blood, human blood in details. Okay. So human blood and also the autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition, the digestion process in details. Now today my topic is human circulatory system. So moving forward, I will today discuss the human circulatory system, okay, as well as I will discuss the function of heart, okay, and the systole and diastolic condition, what are the valves are there in heart. So if you want to enrich your knowledge or increase your knowledge about this and want to clear your concept, then watch the full episode. And if you have not subscribed the channel yet, so subscribe it and also share it to among your friends and click on the bell icon. So without further delay, let us start the human circulatory system. So first we have to understand what is circulatory system. What is circulatory system? First we have to understand that, okay, what is circulatory system and why it is actually important or required in case of human or any other animals. Clear? So what is the function of the why the circulatory system is required? Circulatory system means the blood will be circulated to all the parts of our body. Okay. So what is the function of blood actually? During the digestion, the food will be absorbed, okay, by your small intestine. The different part is there, the villi is there, okay, through that the food will be absorbed, the simple form of food after digestion. The main aim or objective of digestion is to convert the food into simple form. The carbohydrate, it will be converted into monosaccharide, that means glucose, fructose or galactose. Clear? In case of the protein, it will be converted into amino acid, and in case of the fat, it will be converted into fatty acid and glycerol. Clear? So that part will be absorbed. Now that needs to be transported to all the parts or to all the tissues and cells of our body. Clear? The oxygen should be transmitted and it should reach to all the parts of our body, and also the carbon dioxide should be removed from all the tissues and cells of our body. Clear? And it will mix with the blood and then it will go to the lungs, and from there the carbon dioxide will come out, okay, as the expiration process, okay, during the breathing. So all are related to each other. Clear to all of you? So this is the requirement of the circulation of human body. So what is actually circulating system? The circulation system means the process of transmitting the blood, okay, through the blood vessels, along with the after getting the help from the heart, okay, the heart will help to circulate the blood through the blood vessels throughout our body, which will carry all the required materials to each and every cells and tissues of our body, and also remove the excretory products from the cells. Clear? So that is the circulatory system. So the circulatory system means the transmission of blood, okay, through the blood vessels with the help of the heart to the different parts of our body, to carry all the required materials and also to take out all the excretory products from the cells. So that is the circulatory system, and that is the main objective of the circulatory system. So what are the parts of the circulatory system? The parts are, first one is heart. First one is heart because that is a pumping machine. Okay, so if you want to take the water from any pond or from underground, so what is happening? So you have to use the motor, clear, to take out the water. So the motor system or the pump system is the heart. Clear? It helps to circulate the blood throughout through the blood vessels, okay, to all parts of our body. Clear? So that is a very, very important part, that is heart. Okay, we will come to know the details of it. Then what is there? Blood. Clear? Blood is also there, okay, in the circulatory system, because it is the liquid which will flow to the blood vessels, and the blood we already discussed. Okay. Next one is blood vessel. Blood vessels. Okay. Blood vessels. So blood vessels are three type of blood vessels are there in our body. Three type of blood vessels are there in our body. So first one is known as the vein. Okay. second one is artery, and the third one is capillary. Clear? So these three type of blood vessels are there in our body: vein, artery, and capillary. Basically, vein, they will basically carry the deoxygenated blood, okay, or more amount of carbon dioxide is there, okay, in the blood, okay. So that is also known as the deoxygenated blood that will be carried through vein. The artery will carry the oxygenated blood. Clear? So the oxygenated blood means more amount of oxygen is present, okay, compared to this, more amount of oxygen is present, okay, in this the blood that will be carried by the artery. And capillary. Capillary means when artery and vein will be branched together, will be divided in some smaller veins or arteries. Clear? And it will create like a net. Clear? It will expand like a net. So this is known as the capillaries. Clear? So we will learn in details everything. So these are the component of the human circulatory system: heart, blood, and blood vessels. Blood vessels are of three types: vein, artery, and capillary. Now students, first we will discuss the details about this portions: heart. Clear? Blood already we completed, and then we will discuss about the blood vessels. So now let us come to the portion heart. Let us come to the portion heart. What is actually heart and why it is and where it is situated. Okay. What is heart? So heart is the pumping machines of our body. Clear? So which actually controls the blood circulations to the blood vessels by the systole and diastole. Clear? So what is systole? The expansion of heart is known as diastole, and contraction of heart is known as systole. Clear? So when the heart expanded, then it is known as the diastole, and when it is contract, it is known as the systole. So when it is expanded, okay, so the blood will come, clear, into heart, and when it is in diastole, then it will be circulated to the different parts of our body. So in general, okay, what is systole and diastole I have discussed. Now let us move to the next topic. Let us, what is location of heart. Okay. So it is located in mediastinum cavity. So what is that? In our chest, between the two lungs, okay, two lungs are there, between the two lungs, okay, slightly towards the left side of the chest. Clear? There is one cavity that is known as mediastinum cavity, okay, cavity. So the heart will be situated inside that. Clear? So it will be situated in the mediastinum cavity. Now the membrane of heart is known as the membrane of the heart is known as pericardium. Okay, the membrane of heart is known as pericardium. Clear? So the mediastinum cavity, it is situated, okay, and the membrane of the heart is known as pericardium. Clear? So the layer between pericardium and heart is known as the layer between pericardium and heart is known as visceral layer, and the upper layer is known as parietal layer. Clear? So the layer between the pericardium and heart, that means inside layer, is known as what? Visceral layer, and the layer up layer above the visceral layer, okay, there is a layer which is known as parietal layer. So clear? So that means the heart is situated at the mediastinum cavity. Clear? That is situated towards the slightly left side of our chest cavity, okay, and the membrane of heart is known as pericardium. Clear? And it has two layers, one is visceral and other is parietal, and between the two layers there is a fluid between the visceral layer and parietal layer. In between the visceral and parietal layer there is a fluid which is known as peritoneal fluid, okay, it is peritoneal fluid. So basically this peritoneal fluid, what is the function of that? It helps the systole and diastole of our heart freely, and second one, it protect our heart from mechanical injuries. Clear? So what is the function of this peritoneal fluid? Basically it protects our heart from the between the two layers the fluid is there, so the from the mechanical injuries, okay, it protects our heart, as well as what, it helps the heart to expand and contract freely. Clear? So this is the function of the peritoneal fluid. So students, hope up to this you have understood. Now let us move to the next topic. Okay, now coming to the next topic, the wall of heart. Clear? So it consists three layer, okay. So first one is myocardium. Clear? The outer layer of the wall of the heart is known as the myocardium. Second one is epicardium, and third one is endocardium. Clear? So these are the three layers of the wall of the heart. Our heart consists the wall which have three layers. Clear? Myocardium, the middle layer is epicardium, and the last layer is endocardium. So these are the walls of our heart which consist three layers: myocardium, epicardium and endocardium. Clear to all of you? Now let us move to the next topic. Okay, so myocardium, epicardium and endocardium. So moving to the next topic. Now moving to the next topic. So the chambers of our heart. So students, all the mammals including human have 4 chambers, okay, of our heart. Our heart has 4 chambers. So what are the 4 chambers? The two numbers of atrium and 2 numbers of ventricle. Okay, 2 numbers of ventricle. So 2 numbers of atriums and 2 number of ventricles. What is atrium? What is atrium? The upper 2 chambers of our heart are known as atrium. Clear? The upper 2 chambers of our heart are known as atrium. Clear? So how many chambers is there in our heart or any heart of any mammals? 4 chambers. Okay. So the 2 number of atrium and 2 number of ventricles. What is atrium? The upper 2 chambers of our heart are known as atrium. So the atrium which is situated at the left is known as the left atrium, and which is situated at the right side of the heart is known as right atrium. So how many type of atriums are there? 2 type of atriums. 2 types of atriums are there. Atriums are there. What is that? Left and right. Right atriums. Okay, left and right atriums. Now we will discuss in details about the left and right atriums. Okay students, now let us start left atrium. Always remember, left side of our heart, left atrium or left ventricle, deals with the pure blood, and right side of our heart, that means right atrium and right ventricle, deals with the impure blood. Clear? So the left side, remember, left side of our heart, okay, that means the left atrium and left ventricle deals with the pure blood, and the right side of our heart, that means right atrium and right ventricle, deals with the impure blood. Okay. So now what is left atrium? So left atrium, it will collect, left side means what? Pure blood. So it will collect the pure blood from where? Where the blood purification occurs? In the lung? From our lungs. So how it will come? So the 4 numbers of pulmonary veins are there which are connected to left atrium, will carry the pure blood from pulmonary. What is the meaning of pulmonary? Means lungs. Okay, related to lung. When you have seen the term pulmonary, that will be related to our lungs. Pure blood from lungs to the left atrium of our heart. Clear? So this is the first things. So how many pulmonary arteries are there? Okay, pulmonary veins are there. Total 4 number of pulmonary veins that will be connected in the left atrium of our heart. 4 number of pulmonary veins that will be connected to the left atrium of our heart, and this will carry the oxygenated blood, okay, where more amount of oxygen is there, or the pure blood you can say, from the lungs to our heart. Clear? So what happens actually, this left atrium will open with a hole to left ventricle. Okay, to left ventricle. Ventricle means, I have not come to that point, the lower chamber of the heart. Clear? So the left atrium, the pure blood will be collected and it will be opened with the holes of the left ventricle. Clear? And what is there? What is there? A valve is there. Okay, a valve is there. So I am discussing valve, very important. So as I am discussing the left atrium, so bicuspid valve or mitral valve. Clear? So as I am discussing the left atrium, so I am discussing this valve. Okay, bicuspid valve, or bi means what? 2. So that means 2 layer is there in this valve. Okay, that means how many layer? 2 layers. 2 layers will be there in this valve. Clear? Bicuspid, or this valve is also known as the mitral valve. Very important for the examination also. Very often this question comes. What is mitral valve? Where it is situated? So where it is situated? In the junction of left and left atrium and left ventricle. Clear? So the mitral valve is situated at the junction or the meeting point of the left atrium and left ventricle. What is the basically function of this valve? This valve will what? Open downwards. Clear? This valve will open in downwards direction. That means what? Downward direction. What is the upper chamber? Upper chamber is atrium. So this valve will open in the downward direction. That means when the atrium will be in systole, then the valve will be opened, and the pure blood which is carried by the 4 number of pulmonary vein, okay, to our left atrium, that will move from left atrium to left ventricle. That means what will happen? So the mitral valve will open in downward direction when the atrium will be in systole condition. Okay, it allows the pure blood to move from left atrium to left ventricle. Clear? Okay. So, you have understood what is mitral valve. So, mitral valve is situated in between the left atrium and left ventricle of our heart, which will open at downward direction, not always. When the atrium will be in systole condition, then the pressure of the blood will be there. Okay, so the mitral valve will open. So the mitral valve will open in downward direction. So the hole will now open between the left atrium and left ventricle. Clear? So the pure blood, because it collected the pure blood from the lungs, so the pure blood will now enter from left atrium to left ventricle. Okay, so this is the function of the bicuspid valve or mitral valve, and I have discussed about the left atrium. Clear? Now let us start to the right atrium. Now let us move to the right atrium. Let us move to the right atrium. Right atrium. Okay. So right atrium means the right side upper chamber of our heart is known as the right atrium. So what I told, that left side deals with the pure blood, right side will deals with the impure blood. So that means what? It will receive the more carbon dioxide, okay, more amount of carbon dioxide will present, okay, with compared to the pure blood, okay, and it will be on all the deoxygenated blood or impure blood will come, okay, from all the parts of our body, and it will be collected in the right atrium. So all the bloods, okay, deoxygenated blood or impure blood will come from all the parts of our body, and it will be collected to, so here it will collect the impure blood from all the parts of our body when the atrium is in systolic condition. When the atrium is in systolic condition, that means what? When the atrium is systolic condition, the pressure of the blood will be decreased inside the atrium. So all the impure blood in case of the right atrium will collect, okay, will come and enter in the atrium. Now what are the actually veins are there in the atriums? So three type of veins are there. One is known as superior vena cava. Next one, inferior vena cava, and number 3, coronary sinus. Okay, so these three type of veins are there. Okay, that will be connected to the right atrium. What are the three type of vein? Superior vena cava. Clear? That means it will carry impure blood from the upper part of our body. Clear? So superior vena cava means it will carry the impure blood from the upper part of our body, and the blood will enter in the right atrium through the vein which is known as superior vena cava. So superior vena cava carries the impure blood from all the upper part of our body, all the portions of the upper part of our body, and that blood will enter in the right atrium when the right atrium is in systole condition. Clear? That means pressure inside the blood pressure inside the right atrium is very much low. Okay, at that time the impure blood from the upper part of our body through the superior vena cava will enter in the right atrium. Okay, so what is the function of interior vena cava? It will carry same. It will carry impure blood from lower part of our body when the atrium is in diastole condition. Okay, that means it is expanded. Clear? So the inferior vena cava will carry the impure blood from the lower portions, okay, legs and all, okay, from the lower portions of our body to where? To the right atrium when the atrium is in diastole condition, not systole. Okay, systole means the contraction, diastole means expansion. Okay, so in both the cases it will enter, the blood will enter only during the systole condition, diastole condition. Systole condition means it will be supplied, okay, either to the lower chamber or to the all the parts of our body. Okay, so when the atriums are in diastole condition, then from the superior vena cava the impure blood from the upper portions of our body will come and enter in the right atrium, and the inferior vena cava from the lower part of our body, the impure blood will be carried by this vein and it will enter in the right atrium during the diastole condition of the atrium. And next one, what is left? Next one is coronary sinus. What is coronary sinus? Coronary sinus means we have the heart muscles. Heart is also have muscles. Clear? That muscles also need the pure blood, and it will also the blood will be impure. Clear? So it will also needs to be removed. Okay, so the coronary sinus, it carries impure blood to, it carries impure blood from heart muscles to right atrium. Clear? It carries impure blood from heart muscles to right atrium. Okay, because heart also have the muscles, is consist of the muscles itself. So that muscles also the impure blood needs to be carried. Okay, and it needs to be go to the lungs, okay, for purification, and also the purified blood or pure blood should needs to be supplied in the heart muscles. Clear? So that's why there is another special type of vein that is known as the coronary sinus. So the coronary sinus, where it will coronary sinus will collect the impure blood from the heart muscles. Clear? And that will open to the right atrium. That means when the atrium is in diastole condition, then the coronary sinus will carry the impure blood from the heart muscle, and that blood will enter in the right atrium. Okay, so these are the three type of veins that are connected with the right atrium. Clear to all of you? Now in between the atriums, in between the two atriums, okay, in between the two atriums, how many type of atriums are there? Two, left and right. Okay, so left and right atriums, two type of atriums are there. So in between the atriums there is a wall or layer is there. Okay, so in between the left and right atrium, okay, a wall is there which is differentiate between pure and impure blood. That means suppose it is right atrium, suppose it is left atrium. Clear? Here it is impure blood and here it is pure blood. Clear? So here it is impure blood and here it is pure blood. So if one layer is not there or any protective membrane is not there, then what will happen? They will mix with each other. Okay. So this wall, okay, between the right atrium and left atrium, okay, a wall is there, okay, that will differentiate, okay, or separate the pure and impure blood. Between the right atrium is impure and left atrium is pure. Clear? So it separates the pure and impure blood, this wall. Okay. So what happened when the embryo is there? There is a holes, okay, in between the wall of the left and right. These holes, in case of the embryo, it is known as foramen open. Clear? There is a holes between the right and left atrium. Clear? So in case of the embryo, so it is known as the foramen open. Okay. When the child will take birth, this will be repaired, and one depressions we can see, okay, on dispersions we can see, or mark sign we can see. So this sign is known as fossa ovalis. Fossa ovalis. Okay. Fossa ovalis. Clear? So when the embryo is there, so there is a small hole between the wall in the wall between the left and right atrium, which is known as the foramen open. Clear? And when the child will take birth, then that is repaired, and the mark or the sign we can see, okay, a little bit sign we can see, so it is known as the fossa ovalis. Clear to all of you? So fossa ovalis and foramen open. So it is fossa ovalis. Clear? And foramen open. Clear? So now the thing is that if this hole is not repaired after the birth due to some defect, clear, then what will happen? In the atrium, what will happen? The pure and impure blood will mix with each other. The pure and impure blood will mix with each other. That means the whole blood will be impure. Clear? That is mixed. Pure and impure blood will mix to this hole. The blood can easily, impure blood will mix with the pure blood, or pure blood will mix with the impure blood. Clear? So what will happen when this blood means this is not totally pure. Clear? So this blood will be circulated to the all parts of the body. Then what will happen? Due to the lack of oxygen, the body will become blue. Okay, the body of the baby will become blue. So that is, it is known as the blue baby. Okay, it is known as what? Blue baby. Blue baby. So what is blue baby? Okay, if this holes is not repaired, okay, foramen open, okay, it is the vestigial part you can say, because when the child will take birth, this is repaired and we can see a mark or sign that is known as the fossa ovalis. Clear? If it is not repaired, then what will happen? Through this hole, the pure blood and impure blood will mixed in the atrium, okay, of the child. Then what will happen? That blood will carry less amount of oxygen to the different part of the cells or organs of our body. Then with the less amount of oxygen, what will happen? The body of the child will become bluish, okay, or blue. So this is known as the blue baby. Clear to all of you? Now let us move to the next part. Okay, now in case of the mitral valve, I have discussed that it will situated in between the left atrium and left ventricle. So here valve should be there, that is known as the tricuspid valve. Tricuspid valve. Tri means three. So three layers layers are there, and it is situated between the right atrium and right ventricle. Clear? It will, when the right atrium is in systole condition, then just like the mitral valve, then this valve will open downwards, and the impure blood will move from right atrium to right ventricle. Clear? So that means what? This valve, just like the mitral valve, will open downwards. Okay. So when the right atrium is in systole condition, it will give a pressure on the blood. Okay, it will contract. Then what will happen? The mitral valve will also open in case of the left atrium and left ventricle, as well as the tricuspid valve, that will also open in between the right atrium and right ventricle. As I told that right side deals with the impure blood. So the impure blood, here which type of blood will be there? Impure. So impure blood will enter from right atrium to right ventricle when the tricuspid valve will be opened. Clear? Now the main thing is that this valve, mitral valve or tricuspid valve, both the valves. So two valves, you know the function of the two valves, okay, and where they are situated, you know. But another main main thing is there, the valve can open only in one direction, that means in downward. It cannot be opened in the upward direction. That means both mitral valve and tricuspid, mitral valve is also known as bicuspid, two layers are there, and it is known as tricuspid because three layers are there, and tricuspid valve will open in downwards direction, but can't open in upward direction. Okay. So what is the benefit of this? So when the two upper chamber, that means left and right atrium will be in systole condition, then the valve will open and the blood from the left atrium, the pure blood, and from the right atrium, the impure blood will enter to the left ventricle and right ventricle respectively. But when the ventricle will be in systole condition, then what will happen? The blood cannot reverse back to the upper chambers. Okay. If it reverses back to the upper chamber, then no use of having the valve over there. Okay. So the valve will just like the door can be opened in only one direction but cannot open to the other direction, it will be closed. Clear? So you can assume the valve like that. Clear? So it can open in one direction but cannot open to the other direction, it will be closed now. Clear? So the blood cannot re-enter to the upper chambers from the lower two chambers. Clear? So this is that's why this is how the two valve will maintain the unidirectional flow of blood. That means blood can only flow in a particular direction, it cannot be reversed back. Okay. So both the direction of flow of blood is not possible. So both the mitral valve as well as the tricuspid valve and the other valve also I will discuss. Okay. It will help the unidirectional flow of blood. Okay. The blood will flow in a unique direction. Now why cannot be opened in upward direction? Because both mitral and tricuspid valve is attached with some thread like structures which is known as chordae tendoni. So what will happen? Suppose this is the valve, clear? So these are attached with the thread-like structure with the walls of the ventricle, clear? So what will happen? It can move downwards, no problem is there, okay? It can move downwards, but when it will try to move upward, then what will happen? Due to this thread-like structure, it will what? Stop, clear? So that's why it cannot, when the blood will give a pressure, it cannot go upward, it will be locked, clear? Due to this thread-like structure, okay, it is attached with the wall of the ventricle, okay? So this is known as the chordae tendoni, clear? So due to this chordae tendoni, so if the questions come, why the mitral valve or the tricuspid or bicuspid or tricuspid valve can only move downward direction but cannot move upward direction, what will be the answer? Because both the mitral valve and the tricuspid valve are attached with the thread-like structures which is known as chordae tendoni. So the chordae tendoni helps to move downwards, but it cannot go upwards, okay, because the chordae tendoni will pull it, clear? It cannot move upward. So that is the reason why they only move in a particular direction but cannot move in the reverse direction, and thus the unidirectional flow of blood from atrium to ventricles is maintained, okay? Reverse direction will not be there inside our heart, otherwise there will be a problem, clear? So this is how the blood is circulating from the upper two chambers to lower two chambers, clear? Now let us move to the next topic. Friends, now let us move to the ventricle, clear? So what is ventricle? The lower two chambers of heart are known as ventricle, clear? So the lower two chambers of the heart are known as ventricle. Just like the atrium, two type of ventricles are there. What are the two type of ventricles? Left ventricle, and second one is what? Right ventricle, okay? The lower two chamber of heart is known as ventricle. So left and right ventricles, two type of ventricles are there, okay? So what is left ventricle? That is situated the lower left portions, okay? Lower chamber, left chamber, okay, of the heart is known as the left ventricle, and lower right chamber of the heart is known as the right ventricle, clear? So in case of the ventricle, it is common, the muscles of ventricle are three times thicker than the muscles of atrium. Okay, the muscles of the ventricle are three times thicker than the muscles of the atrium. Why? Because the ventricle actually supply the blood to all the parts of our body. Okay, the muscles of the atrium only supply the blood from the atrium to ventricle, but the muscles of the ventricle needs to supply the blood to the all parts of our body, to lungs, to the upper part, to the lower part, all the parts. Pure blood as well as the impure blood. The impure blood will go to the lungs and the pure blood will go to all the parts of our body. So it needs more energy, more pressure. Okay. So that's why the muscles of the ventricles are 3 times thicker than the muscles of the atrium. Okay. And the papillary muscles are seen in the ventricle, through which the quadi tendoni are connected. I told what is quadi tendoni, the thread-like structure through which the bicuspid and tricuspid valve are attached, clear, and this quadi tendoni, the other side is connected with the papillary muscles of the ventricle, clear, so that the 2 valves can only enter or open to the downward direction but cannot open to the upward direction, clear. So the lower 2 part of the heart is known as the ventricle. The 2 type of ventricles are there, left and right ventricles. Now we will discuss about the left and right ventricles in details. So now let us move to left ventricle. So when the ventricle is in diastole condition, clear, and the atrium is in systole condition, then the pure blood from left side deals with pure blood, I told. So the pure blood from the left atrium will enter into the left ventricle. Okay, and the bicuspid valve will open and the pure blood will enter in the left ventricle. So there is okay, this is known as main artery, okay, in left ventricle, which will carry the pure blood from left ventricle to the all parts of our body, clear. When the left ventricle is in systole condition, clear. So what will happen? When the left ventricle is in diastole condition, then the pure blood, okay, pure blood will enter inside the left ventricle. So when it will be in systole condition, then what will happen? The mitral valve will be closed, clear, and the pure blood, okay, with aorta or the main artery, it will be distributed to the all parts of our body, clear. So this is the function of the left ventricle. Now there is a valve, just like the mitral valve, there is another valve which is known as valve or semilunar valve, okay. So it is what? In between, it is situated in between left left ventricle and aorta. Clear? It is situated in between the left ventricle and aorta. What is happening? So suppose this is the aorta. Clear? So one valve is there. Clear? One valve is there. What? This valve will open, okay, upward direction. Okay. So what is happening? It opens in upward direction when the ventricle is in systole condition, so that the valve so that the blood can enter into aorta. Or main vein. Clear? So what is this semilunar valve? Okay, because it looks like, lunar means what? Moon. It looks like the half moon. Okay, it looks like half moon. Clear? So that's why it is semilunar valve. Okay, so it opens upward direction. Okay, so when the left ventricle will be in systole, so it will open in the upward direction, the blood can enter in the aorta. Okay, and but when the blood will enter, then again it will be closed. Okay, it cannot open in downward direction. Clear? So that means what? All the valves of the heart opens in only one direction, either downwards or upwards. Clear? Cannot open in the reverse direction. That's why also it will maintain the blood to flow in a to a unidirection. Clear? The blood cannot come back again to the left ventricle. Okay, once it enters in the aorta, so it will move. Okay, it cannot reverse back to the left ventricle again. Okay, so it also has three layers. Clear? It has also 3 layers. So this is what? Semilunar valve or aortic valve. It is situated between the left ventricle and the aorta or the main arteries. Clear? Where the pure blood can enter into the aorta for the so that it can reach to each and every part of our body, but cannot fall down again in the reverse direction. That means this valve also help to maintain the unidirectional flow of blood. So this is the function of the left ventricle. Now let us move to the right ventricle. Right ventricle. So what I told, that right side deals with the impure blood. So when the atrium is in systole, then what will happen? The tricuspid valve will open downward and the impure blood from the right atrium to right ventricle, okay, it will enter from right atrium to right ventricle. Now it will collect during diastole condition. It will collect impure blood from right atrium. Okay, so now what is happening? So when it is in systole condition, then the impure blood will enter. Where the impure blood will go? The impure blood will go to lungs. Okay, so lungs means what? Pulmonary, and as it is going from heart to other part, that's why it is what? artery, it will enter into pulmonary artery. Artery, okay, to pulmonary artery and transmitted to lungs for purification. Okay, transmitted to lungs for purification. Now there is another valve, okay, that is known as pulmonary valve or semilunar valve. What is pulmonary semilunar valve? It is situated in between the right artery and right ventricle. When the ventricle is in systolic condition, then the impure blood will enter in pulmonary veins, pulmonary arteries. Why? Because this semilunar valve will open upwards, okay, it cannot be open downwards. So when the ventricle will be in systole, then what will happen? From the right ventricle, the impure blood will enter in the pulmonary artery, so that it can move to the lungs, and where it can be purified, and then again it will come to heart, and it will be distributed to all parts of our body. So this is the structure of the human heart, okay. So many more things are there that I will discuss in the next episode. So hope you have understood the today's episode, and to know more, continue to watch my channel. So I will upload the next episode on this topic, the circulatory systems of human. So students, study hard and continue to watch my channel. Okay, thank you.